Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back at last to Dragon Age Origins. We haven't been able to stream for the last couple of weeks, but we're back now, and we've been having a very big tangential discussion about food in the chat. So if you wonder what's going on there, we're specifically talking about sweet things mixed with savory things, like chili and chocolate and cheese and other sweet things like fruitcake and whatnot and things like that. That's what we were talking about, in case you're wondering. So previously, we completed Lothering, and then we spent some time at the party camp chatting to absolutely everybody, including the dog. And now we're pretty much ready to press on to Redcliffe, if I recall. Let's go to load game. Instead of resume, because resume doesn't always load the save that you actually want. Monumental task stands before you. Gather an army large enough to battle the Darkspawn Horde, blah, 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 blah. And we're back in the room. Here's Darian, the man who proves that even elves are not immune to the curse of male pattern baldness. He is, of course, not a Dalish, sorry. He's a city elf rogue, in case you'd forgot. And I've really been enjoying playing him because I've never played a rogue in the game before. I've never actually done a player character rogue and properly micromanaged them and whatnot, and I'm actually having a really grand time with it. Our DPS output is just magnificent, and it's really good fun, honestly. I'm having a good old time. Problem is, poor Leliana here is just not getting a look in at all, gameplay-wise, because she's a bit surplus to requirements, really. I almost didn't take her with me at all, because I just figured we'd never use her, but she's there. We have the Sten, squishy Sten. We have Alistair, the absolute king of a tank, and maybe we'll talk about that later. Oh yeah, and then we have Mr. DLC Man, who I actually haven't talked to yet, but we will at some point. Hopefully, in this playthrough, his DLC quest won't bug out like it did last time. Right. Let's go. Gather your party and venture forth. Yes. Right. We wish to take with us Alistair.
Yes.
Definitely. Morrigan. Definitely. Indeed. She's horrible, but strangely likable. And Sten or dog? Dog or Sten? Sten or dog? Dog or Sten? I've invested a lot more in Sten, so it better be Sten, I suppose, just to get my money's worth out of him. Alright, so we actually get a choice here, you see. There's a couple of gold DLC areas. Soldiers Pass, Baron Loren's Lands. There is the Lake Calenhad Docks, which will take us to the Circle Tower. There's the Frostback Mountains, which will take us to Orzammar and the Dwarves. There's the Brazilian Outskirts, which will take us to the Forest and the Dalish. There's Lothering, where we pretty much are right now. There's Redcliffe Village, where Al Eamon is located, and there's Denerim. We are going to Redcliffe Village. As is traditional in most of my playthroughs of this game, I tend to do Redcliffe first, and then after that it's kind of anyone's guess where we want to go next. Might do a poll for the next one after Redcliffe Village, we'll see.
Look, can we talk for a moment? I need to tell you something. I should probably have told you earlier.
Let me guess, you're an idiot. That's a bit harsh. That's a little on the harsh side of friendly banter. I'm not gonna like this, am I?
I don't know. I doubt it. I've never liked it, that's for sure. Well, let's see. How do I tell you this? We're almost at Redcliffe. Did I say how I know Al Eamon exactly?
I think you said he raised you?
I'm a bastard. My mother was a serving girl at Redcliffe Castle, and she died when I was born. Al Eamon took me in and raised me before I was sent to the Chantry. The reason he did that was because, well, because my father was King Marek, which made Kaelin my half-brother, I suppose.
So, you're not just a bastard, but a royal bastard?
Ha! Yes, I guess it does at that. I should use that line more often. I would have told you, but it never really meant anything to me. I was inconvenient, a possible threat to Kaelin's rule, and so they kept me secret. I'd never talked about it to anyone. Everyone who knew either resented me for it or they coddled me. Even Duncan kept me out of the fighting because of it. I didn't want you to know as long as possible. I'm sorry.
Game volume's a little low. I mean, it is. It's welcome to Dragon Age. The regular game audio tends to be quite low, and the battle audio is definitely loud. I don't know if there's an awful lot I can do about it, mate. If I'm honest with you, I can up it a smidge in Windows, but prepare to be deafened as soon as combat breaks out. I'm just gonna warn you. Does Logain know? That's a good question.
Why wouldn't he? He was King Marek's best friend. I don't know if that means anything, though. I certainly never considered the idea that it might ever be important. Al Eamon eventually married a young woman from Orlais, despite all the problems it caused with the king so soon after the war. He loved her a great deal. Anyway, the new Arlessa resented the rumors which pegged me as the Arl's bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Arl didn't care, but she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10. Just as well. The Arlessa made sure the castle wasn't a home to me by that point. She despised me.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. DVD con. It does. It's a bit. It does hit different if you've been playing. You know, if this is like your third stop on the main quest, and now he's finally telling you, it is a bit sort of like, mate. You probably should have mentioned this earlier, but right now it's sort of a bit like, yeah. It's not been that long since Ostagar, is it really? Yeah, you're probably luckier than most orphans, mate.
I suppose you're right. I wasn't raised as the Arl's son, though. If you're picturing that, I slept in hay out in the stables, not on silk sheets. I remember I had an amulet with Andraste's holy symbol on it. The only thing I had of my mother's. I was so furious at being sent away, I tore it off and threw it at the wall, and it shattered. Stupid, stupid thing to do. The Owl came by the monastery a few times to see how I was, but I was stubborn. I hated it there and blamed him for everything. And eventually, he just stopped coming.
He's probably your most hated character. Oh, I've been a little bit harsh, but we'll meet her later. Why keep it a secret now? Well, it's for many reasons, really. But you are an heir to the throne, right?
Let's hope not. I'm the son of a commoner and a Grey Warden to boot. It was made very clear to me early on that there was no room for me raising any rebellions or such nonsense. And that's fine by me. Now, if there's an heir to be found, it's Al Eamon himself. He's not of royal blood, but he is Kaelin's uncle, and more importantly, very popular with the people. Though, if he's really as sick as we've heard... Oh no, I don't want to think about that. I really don't. So there you have it. Now can we move on? And I'll just pretend you still think I'm some nobody who was too lucky to die with the rest of the Grey Wardens.
As you command, my prince. What does that make me exactly, yeah?
Some nobody who was too lucky to die with the rest of the Grey Wardens. Welcome to the club.
Alright, thanks for the chat, Alistair. Alistair approves +1. Jolly good. Hello there.
I thought I saw travelers coming down the road, though I scarcely believed it. Have you come to help us?
I'm on important business. I need to see our Lehman.
The Arl? Then you don't know. Has nobody out there heard?
I've heard our Lehman is sick, if that's what you mean.
He could be dead for all we know. Nobody's heard from the castle in days. We're under attack. Monsters come out of the castle every night and attack us until dawn. Everyone's been fighting and dying.
Apparently everyone seems to agree that a blight is the perfect time to start killing each other. Marvelous, really.
We've no army to defend us. No Arl and no king to send us help. So many are dead. And those left are terrified they're next.
Hold on, what is this evil that's attacking you?
I don't rightly know. I'm sorry, nobody does. I should take you to Ban Tegan. He's all that's holding us together. He'll want to see you.
Ban Tegan, our Lehman's brother. He's here.
Yes. It's not far, if you'll come with me.
It's Thomas, yes? And who are these people with you? They are obviously not simple travelers.
No, my lord. They just arrived, and I thought you would want to see them.
Well done, Thomas. Greetings, friends. My name is Tegan, Ban of Rainersphere, brother to the Arl.
I remember you, Ban Tegan. Though the last time we met, I was a lot younger and covered in mud.
Covered in mud? Alistair? It is you, isn't it? You're alive! This is wonderful news.
Still alive, yes. Though not for long if Tern Loghain has anything to say about it.
Indeed. Loghain would have us believe all Grey Wardens died along with my nephew, amongst other things.
Your nephew?
I refer to Cailan, of course. Our sister was Queen Rowan, King Merrick's wife and Cailan's mother. Make her rest her soul.
So you are a Grey Warden as well. A pleasure to meet you. I wish it were under better circumstances. You're here to see my brother. Unfortunately, that might be a problem. Eamon is gravely ill. No one has heard from the castle in days. No guards patrol the walls, and no one has responded to my shouts. The attack started a few nights ago. Evil things surged from the castle. We drove them back, but many perished during the assault.
What evil things you talking about?
Some call them the Walking Dead, decomposing corpses returning to life with a hunger for human flesh. They hit again the next night. Each night they come with greater numbers. With Cailan dead and Loghain starting a war over the throne, no one responds to my urgent calls for help. I have a feeling tonight's assault will be the worst yet. Alistair, I hate to ask, but I desperately need the help of you and your friends.
It isn't just up to me. Though the Grey Wardens don't stand much chance against Loghain without Arl Eamon.
Of course we'll help. This isn't our battle. You want my help? You don't know me. Well, of course, it doesn't matter if he knows us. The man is clearly desperate. I think this is a very stupid thing to say. This isn't our battle. I think I'm gonna go with this. I feel like Darian's gonna be slightly reluctant about this. Like, come on, guys, we're in enough trouble as it is without this. You know, come on.
Isn't it? You're a Grey Warden seeking Eamon's help. He simply needs your help first. What do you say?
Well, first I have questions.
By all means.
Why don't you just evacuate the village? Yeah.
I tried. Our one attempt at an organized evacuation resulted in an immediate attack. Yesterday I found out these creatures attack those fleeing on their own, even during daytime. Whatever lies in the castle wants this village dead.
Mm-hmm. Well, isn't there a way to get into the castle to get at the source?
The castle is closed to us, its doors barred. We could storm it, certainly, but what would that accomplish? Our numbers are too few. We cannot throw men at the castle walls when they are needed to protect the village.
What happens after tonight, then?
Once the village is safe, we will try to enter the castle to find the source of this trouble.
All right.
Then you will help us?
All right, fine. We'll help.
There are no darkspawn here, and nothing to gain.
Yeah, here we go. The grumblers are starting. These two clowns are going to be at it all day. I feel like pointing out here, like I know that this isn't true in game terms, because if you want to leave Redcliffe now, you can, and there's no repercussions. But if we forget for a moment we're playing a video game and think about this in terms of if we were playing an RPG, you know, pen and paper RPG, for example, you know, the guy just told us that anyone who tries to leave the village gets attacked. So it would seem to me that whether we like it or not, we're now stuck here. And I really wish this was a point I could make to Sten here, but oh well, it's not there. Then leave if you don't like it, or you're right, we should go, or persuade there's a chance to rescue the Arl. We have to try, yes.
Perhaps.
How pointless.
Here we
to
go.
hope these
Here
villagers
it comes.
fight an impossible battle. One would think we had enough to contend with elsewhere.
Thank you. Thank you. This means more to me than you can guess. Thomas, please tell Murdoch what transpired. Then return to your post.
Yes, my lord.
Now then, there is much to do before night falls. I put 2 men in charge of the defense outside. Murdoch, the village mayor, is outside the chantry. Sir Perth, one of Eamon's knights, is just up the cliff at the windmill, watching the castle. You may discuss with them the preparations for the coming battle.
Alright, tell me more about yourself.
This is hardly the time to be discussing personal details, don't you think? We will have to fight for our lives very shortly.
And thus, I'd like to know something about you.
I suppose that's not too much to ask. I did not mean to be brusque.
What will you do if Arl Eamon's dead?
I don't know. If Connor lives, he'll be the Arl, and I'll need to help him with it. If he's... well, I don't want to think about that.
Are you a skilled warrior?
Skilled enough to know there are many far better than myself.
Smart. Why have you stayed? Why don't you just leave? Obviously, because he feels an obligation to the people he helps rule over. I mean, again, more stupid questions.
Good, then my secrets are still safe. I was worried for a moment there.
Let's see. You have some of Arl Eamon's knights here?
I have those few who returned from their quest. You know of this, yes?
Their search for the Urn of Sacred Ashes, you mean?
Yes, I question Isolde's decision to send so many knights in search of this relic. But I am a practical man, whereas she is a woman of great faith. Sir Perth was one of the knights sent on this quest. Perhaps you should speak to him if you wish to learn more.
To Isolde's credit, she does turn out to be right about the Urn of Sacred Ashes, so, you know. But that's a bit of a spoiler. I probably shouldn't have said that, but you guys have played this game before. To be fair, as well, it is quite obviously signposted by the game, with the fact that this Urn of Sacred Ashes keeps repeatedly coming up in conversation. It becomes quite obvious you're going to go and have to get it at some point. But yes, shouldn't have said that possibly. Yeah, I should get back to work.
Very well. Luck be with you, my friend.
Okay, whee goes the camera. My mouse sensitivity is a little on the high side, I'm noticing. That's okay, though.
I'm scared, Mother. When are the bad men coming?
Soon, darling. Don't worry. Everything will be all right.
I want to go home. Where's Father? Why can't we go home?
I already told you. Father was outside.
Is this like an enhanced edition or something? No. It's just regular old Dragon Age. I don't even have any mods. I have the 4 GB patch to stop it crashing, but that's it. Chekhov's ashes. It's not for you, I just need some XP, man. Yeah.
Let us pray.
To be fair, there is a difference between Sten and Morrigan, I feel. Yeah, they both like to gripe about this sort of thing, but the difference between them, I think, is really that Morrigan will grumble, but she'll still stick around and follow you. Whereas Sten, if he grumbles enough, I think he'll actually just straight up bugger off. It's just like, this is pointless, you're a useless Grey Warden, I'm leaving. Whereas Morrigan she'll groan and moan and whinge, but she'll still stick around. She'll still have your back at the end of the day.
I'm so scared, Father. Sorry. Am I bothering you? I'll try to be more quiet.
You're alright, why are you crying? Aside from the many reasons she might have to.
Those things dragged my mother away. I don't know what happened to her, but I hear her screaming all the time. Everywhere. And now my brother Bevan, he ran off. I don't know where he is. I'm so scared they got him too.
Why would he run off, do you know?
He said something about saving Mother. He's just a little boy. He doesn't understand she's gone.
If he has foolishly run off, then he is no doubt dead. You should get used to that fact.
Nice. Maybe you want to kick her in the head while you're
Shall we comfort her with lies? If she is to face death, better she face it honestly.
I hope he didn't try to go to the castle. Oh, that would be awful.
Have you tried looking for him?
I went to our house. It's by the square. He wasn't there. I searched the rest of the village too. I called and I called, but he never answered. I wonder if he ran off into the woods. I'm so worried. Without me, he has nobody.
I'll look for him.
You will? Thank you so much. Please find him.
Silence, girl.
I'm amazed, Morrigan, that you didn't have anything to say about me accepting that quest.
The monsters will return and we sit here.
Hello.
Good day.
Oh, you have a name, but I can't really talk to you.
No choice.
You're a Grey Warden, right? Were you in Ostagar? In the Korkari Wilds? My husband and son went there to bring the chant of light to the chastened. But I haven't heard from them since.
Oh, right. Yes. That little side quest thing with the Big Jog Bee, whoever it was. Are you Jetta?
I am. You've heard of me?
Your husband and son are both dead, I'm afraid.
I thought that might be the case. Thank you for telling me.
Certainly.
Maker's blessings upon you.
I just hope everything will be all right.
Anything else to do in here? Mother Hannah?
You are of elven blood and a stranger, yet you defend a home that is not your own. We are grateful for that.
Well, my intentions are not entirely unselfish, madam, but you know. Yes, I have my own reasons to be here.
Which doesn't include protecting innocents. Regardless, I am grateful the Maker brought you to us. Allow me to introduce myself. I am revered Mother Hannah, head of this chantry, which for the moment is a place of refuge for these poor villagers. They are terrified of tonight's attack, and I fear these walls will not keep them safe. What can I do to help with your task?
Just how safe is the chantry?
It is the sturdiest building in the village. The women, elderly, and children will stay here during the battle, while the militia and knights protect them. They set up a barricade outside the chantry to keep monsters from getting inside. If anything gets in, Ban Tegan is our only defense. Please, have mercy. Help these people. Do whatever you can.
I would like your blessing, Mother.
You would? That is, I mean, of course. I'd be happy to. Blessed art thou who exists in the Maker's sight. Blessed art thou who seeks his forgiveness. Blessed art thou who seeks his return. Blessed is the prophetess, his daughter, sacrificed to the holy flame. May the chant reach the Maker's ears and tell him of our contrition.
Oh god, yeah, the giant sausage fingers. There's something something about this game and the hands being the wrong size. It's all a bit weird, isn't it? Right, let's pop outside. That was remarkably coordinated, lads. Seem to have kind of lost the plot since then, though.
I wish Owen would relight the forge. He's our only hope. Numbers just keep growing each night.
Still no sign of them coming back from the castle, Murdoch.
Tell them to maintain watch. I don't want a surprise attack before the sun goes down.
Yes, sir. What should we do until then?
Pray, and hope for a miracle. So you're the Grey Warden, are you? I heard they all died with the king.
Zaid, it's yeah. This I forget the chap's name mostly because I'm just bad at remembering actors' names in general. But if you're in if you're in sort of like the circles of watching a lot of 90s science fiction, this guy's voice is very, very familiar. He played a lot of roles in stuff like Babylon 5 and whatnot. Robin Sachs, thank you. Same with Claudia Black, actually, who voices Morrigan. Let's see. Yeah, you heard wrong, mate.
So you say? A damn Qunari could walk up and say he was a Grey Warden. I wouldn't know the difference.
That much is clear.
We aren't gonna turn aside anyone who wants to help, though. Don't take me for being an ingrate or nothing.
Well, we do want to help however we can. You can trust us.
Name's Murdoch, mayor of what's left of the village, providing we aren't all killed and hauled off to the castle tonight.
You can call me Darian.
Fair enough. What can I do for you?
Oh. Very slight voice change there. How's morale?
Morale's about what you'd expect. These men aren't soldiers. They're villagers defending their homes, and they're frightened. It would help if we had decent equipment. There weren't enough swords in Owen's shop, and the men's armor is nearly falling off. I don't think we're in any shape to fight. We'll do our best, of course, but, well, I have my doubts. I just hope I'm alive tomorrow morning.
Something charming about the janky animations of BioWare games. To be fair, for its day, the animations were not too bad in this. Although I do remember it being a little underwhelmed by the graphics in general, actually, because Mass Effect came out before this did, and I always felt that Mass Effect was a much prettier game than this. Like, even the NPCs looked a lot more realistic. I remember being quite confused about that at the time. I was like, same company, you know, same developer. They made this game after Mass Effect, and yet they've somehow managed to make it look worse. But hey. What can I do to help?
We need what little armor and weapons we got repaired, and quickly, or half of us will be fighting without either. Owen's the only blacksmith who can do it, but the stubborn fool refuses to even talk. If we're to be ready for tonight, we'll need that crotchety bastard's help.
Why does Owen refuse to talk to you?
His daughter, Valena, is one of the Alessa's maids, so he hasn't heard from her since this whole business started. He demanded we attack the castle, break down the gate, and force our way in. I said it was impossible, but he wouldn't listen. He's locked himself in the smithy now. I can't force him to do repairs. He said he'd rather die first.
And no one else can do them?
Not by nightfall, and not well enough that I'd be happy to test it in combat. If there were others, don't you think I'd ask them?
Anything else you need?
We could use some extra bodies. Having a veteran like Dwin in the militia would help a lot, but he flat out refuses.
Tell me about Dwin, yeah.
He's a trader, a dwarf, lives near the lake. Locked himself up in his home with some of his workers, he has. Says he doesn't need any of us. We could use somebody with his fighting experience, but he won't come out.
Right, carry on then.
Right. Let's hope we see morning.
Okie dokie. Let's go and have a word with that blacksmith, shall we?
Go away. Curse you. Leave me in peace. You've already taken everything out of my stores. There's nothing left.
Is this Owen, the blacksmith? I need to speak with you.
Huh? Who is that? What do you want? I've been through enough.
I'd prefer not to speak through a door. Can I come in?
All right, all right. Let me undo the locks. All I ask is that you don't make any trouble.
Somebody's been drinking.
So I let you in. You wanted to talk. Now we're talking. Mind telling me who you are?
My name is Darian, a Grey Warden helping Bantegan.
A Grey Warden, is it? It takes all kinds. Funny, you didn't sound like an elf through the door. Can't say I expected that. Anyhow, my name's Owen, though you might already know that. Care to join me as I get besotted? Or is there something in particular you wanted?
Smells like a brewery in here.
I've been drinking since I got up this afternoon. That makes, 3 days, maybe more.
What do you know about what's been going on?
You mean why are these creatures attacking the village? Obviously something wicked corrupts the castle. My daughter used to tell me the Alessa was up to something, hiding things from her husband. I told Valena she was imagining things. But maybe the Alessa was involved in something. Blood magic, maybe.
Shrewd fellow for a drunk, isn't he? Does this guy play the Baron in The Witcher 3? Yes, I think he does. I believe it is the same voice actor. Yep. So you think the Alessa made it Arleman sick?
I'd never make such accusations. But maybe, if she was using foul magic, then maybe she just did it that.
Ah, yes, you're right. We did hear Rocha Oscar. Yeah, you're right. He's a voice actor that gets around quite a bit as well, actually. There's like a group of like 5 or 6 English voice actors that seem to pop up in virtually every video game or audiobook or whatnot all of the friggin' time. I can't remember the names of a lot of them, but there's a whole bunch of them. There's There's this guy. There's the bloke who voices Roach. There's Jonathan Keeble. There's Toby Longworth, I think his name is, as well. So it's always the same, like 5 or 6 dudes that always seem to pop up. The guy who voices Bantegan as well. He gets around too. Oh, and there's that other bloke as well, the one who's in... He voices a bunch of characters in this game, but primarily he voices Hawk in the second game. The male version, obviously. Yeah, he's in a lot of stuff. Anyway. What else did your daughter say?
She thought the Arlessa was having an affair with some tutor she hired for the boy, Connor. I never listened much to her talk about it, though I wish now I had. It doesn't matter anyway. She's lost to me, and I can't do anything about her warnings now.
It's James Clyde who voices the Bloody Baron and not the same guy as Owen here. Really? Wow, they do sound remarkably similar though, don't they? Had me fooled. Although now I think about it a bit more. Yeah, no, I guess it is a different bloke. I mean, for one thing, the Baron has a Brummie accent in The Witcher 3. In fact, his whole family does, which I thought was a nice bit of attention to detail. And this guy obviously doesn't. But still quite a similar voice. What do you know about the Arlessa?
Only that she's an Orlesian girl from beyond the Western Mountains. Far too young for our Arl. That's what I say. And too proud and headstrong from the sounds of it.
You told anyone else about this?
Of course not. And who would I tell? And what good would it do now, eh? I just wish I'd paid more heed to my girl. Like what?
The militia does need your help desperately, man.
Why should I help Murdoch when he won't help me? My girl, Velena, is one of the Alessa's maids and she's trapped up there in the castle, but the mayor won't send anyone for her. She's been my life since my wife passed on 2 years ago. Now she's dead. Or soon to be. I don't care what happens to me or the village or anyone.
Everyone always says that Mark Addy played the Baron because of the accent he used for Bobby B. Yeah, I was about to say, Robert Baratheon's accent in the Game of Thrones is not Brummie at all. It's a completely different accent. So yeah, that's. I think I mostly think it's just because it looks a bit like, you know, the in-game model for the Bloody Baron does look a bit like Mark Addy. But beyond that, no, totally different accent. But perhaps that's the sort of thing you wouldn't realise unless you're a native, you know, British person. Kind of accent. It's been ages since I watched it, man. But Robert Baratheon's accent in Game of Thrones is just sort of. I'm trying to think. What did he sound like exactly? Thinking of that scene where he's talking to Cersei and he's like, which is the bigger number, 5 or 1? I don't know, I'd have to watch it again to try and place it, honestly. My memory's a little bit fuzzy. Because I know what he sounds like better in other things. Because I know what he sounds like in A Knight's Tale, because I've watched that a bajillion times. But I can't remember exactly in Game of Thrones. Anyway. I can't remember if he's even doing an accent in Game of Thrones, actually. He might just be using his regular one. Oh, mother was a dumb whore with a fat ass. Yeah. I need to watch it again. The first 4 seasons of Game of Thrones I still enjoy watching. From time to time. No, not West Country. No. Not that neck of the woods at all. Mark Addy's from York. Yeah, when in doubt, Yorkshire is probably the answer. So there you go. Yeah, he's from York. That sounds about right. That's definitely what he sounds like in A Knight's Tale and some of the other stuff I've seen him in. Mother. Yeah, Mother. We're getting so off track. Guys, I'm so sorry. If you're watching this on YouTube, you must be so frustrated. The poor bloke here is just sitting there wobbling away while I'm talking about Mark Addy in Game of Thrones. I don't know what it is with me today, but I'm just getting very, very easily distracted. We were in the pre-stream segment. We were talking for ages about all sorts of random nonsense. I do apologize. This is the problem with a live stream versus a regular video. I get distracted. Look at him just wobbling away there. So you intend to drink yourself to death then, is that it?
Why not? It's not like we're going to live past the night anyhow. Or are you going to save us?
I intend to try.
Is that so? Maybe it's the drink talking, but you almost sound like you believe that. Tell you what, if you want me to do repairs for Murdoch and his men, promise me you'll go into the castle and find my daughter.
I'll do my best.
Not good enough. Murdoch said the same damn thing, and I didn't believe him either.
You were asking a great deal, you wretched little man.
I want a promise. Promise me that you'll look for her. That you'll bring her back to me if you can.
Fine. I promise you I'll find her.
I'll accept that. It's something to hope for, at least.
Oh, lovely. Shall we next begin rescuing kittens from trees?
Is this a promise we will not keep?
Let's hope not.
What's this?
I said nothing to you, human.
Right then. It seems I have some work to do relighting the forge, and I suppose I'll have to find some iron. Maybe at the mill. Oh, Murdoch just better send his men here as soon as possible if I'm gonna get to all these repairs and get them done by nightfall. If you need anything done, well, just let me know. I've got a lot to do now, so you'll have to excuse me.
You know, guys, it says a lot that Owen is, like, the least disagreeable person in this room. Disappointed in you both. Now then, where else? Ah, could go this way. Let's go and find Dwin, shall we? Where the hell does he live? They went to a lot of effort to build all their houses here on the over the lake, didn't they? On these stilts. I'm not entirely sure why you'd do that, really.
It will be done.
Door is locked. It looks like as if it has been recently repaired. Knock on the door. That wasn't really a knock. That was more of a slam. That was an FBI open up kind of a knock. Pick the lock on the door. I failed to pick the lock. It is now hopelessly jammed. Oh, for goodness sake, mate! You're a rogue. You have one job. Hello? Alright. I like the little shrug there. Break it open.
Wonderful. Intruders. I hope you have a good reason for breaking and entering into my home.
Go where we like, unless you'd like to stop us. No. Not very high level. That's not going to work. I mean, I wish there was another option other than try and intimidate him or, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean any harm. But okay.
Apology accepted. The name's Dwin. Pleased to meet you. Now get out.
Murdoch says he needs you for the militia.
So what? You recruiting for him? I'll tell you what I told Murdoch. I'm not risking my neck for this town.
Your chances are better out there than in here, mate.
Thanks. But I'll take my chances in here. Everyone else can run around in the open waiting to die.
Can't I change your mind?
Maybe. Let's hear what you've got.
Putting a good word for you with Ban Tegan or the Arl.
And what good would that do me? The Arl's probably dead. I couldn't care less what Tegan thinks of me. What else you got?
Right, how about gold? I'll hire you to fight for the village.
Are you serious?
Yes, I am.
I won't even stick my head out my door for less than 100 silvers.
I won't go higher than 50.
Do I look like an elf? I'm not that cheap.
How dare you?
It's 100, or it's no deal.
I thought you're not worth that much. Fine, I'll pay it.
You're getting off easy there. But like you say, I guess this town needs a hero. You better be out there too when the sun goes down. I'm not fighting for a lost cause, you hear me?
Anything to loot in here? Looks like no, tragically. Right, and then there's this place, the general store.
Very well.
Can I pick this open?
Yes.
Oh, god damn it. Guess not. A barrel. There is lamp oil in these barrels. Interesting. Why is that relevant? Racist dwarf. Well, dwarves and elves, you know. Is it really racism with those guys? It's practically tradition. If your dwarves aren't grumbling about elves, something's probably wrong, right? I'd be worried if he wasn't. Hello, chest. Oh, key required. So it's an Elder Scrolls game? Whatever's inside the dresser, come out now.
Go away. This isn't your home.
A small human. I say burn it out.
Ah, what are you doing? All right, I'll come out. Please, don't hurt me. I'll go back to the Chantry if you want. I didn't mean any harm.
Your sister is looking for you, you know.
I just didn't want to be at the Chantry anymore. Everyone's scared, and I want to be brave.
By running away and hiding in a wardrobe? Yeah, how is hiding in a dresser being brave?
I wasn't always in here. I hid when I heard you coming. I was... Well, I shouldn't tell you. It's a secret.
You sure? Maybe I could help you.
You could. Alright, I guess. Father said I could have his sword when I grew up. It was Grandfather's. And Grandfather was a great dragon slayer. I thought... If I was brave like Grandfather, I could use his sword and kill the bad people who took Mother.
You don't think you're a bit young to fight? They never do they? But
No. Well, maybe the sword was too heavy for me. I guess I'm not as strong as I thought I was.
you'll grow up eventually, mate. Don't worry about it.
That doesn't help us now. Caitlin says everyone's going to die tonight.
Maybe so, but nothing is certain, is it? Be brave, remember?
Yes, sir.
Where's the sword now?
In the chest. In Mother's room. Father gave me a key, but I'm not supposed to give it to anyone.
I don't want to take the boy's sword. If I do, he'll just come after me on a vengeance quest for it later on, in like 20 years from now. So, it's probably a good sword. It's probably a decent item, but no. Alright, don't worry about it. Go back to your sister.
But oh, alright. I guess. She'll be pretty mad at me. But I'll go.
Swords really aren't that heavy. I mean, if you're a 10-year-old boy, they're heavy. To be fair. Although this is the Dragon Age universe where two-handed swords are like weigh about as much as a steel girder, so you know. Have you ever watched Sten try and swing that thing? It's ridiculous. I'll talk to you in a minute, Mr. Robin Sachs. Forget what his actual name is.
Bevan said you were the one who found him. I can't possibly repay you.
Brat was more problem than he was worth. Tempting, but no, just stay safe, both of you.
The Maker sent you. I just know it. Thank you again.
Right.
Of course.
Well, it looks like Owen's finally doing the repairs we need. The damn fool is falling over drunk and still manages to make smithying look easy. Good enough, I say. I'll inform Bantigan the militia is ready to fight. We'll give those bastards a welcome they won't soon forget.
Is there anything else we need to do? Oh, be right back.
I have a good feeling about tonight.
There's a tavern up on the hill, isn't there, we can go to as well. I almost forgot about that. Well, it's not this way, is it? But look, plans to loot. Death route. How are they planning to get that boat to the water, do you think?
Very well.
Oh, yes, you're right. We haven't even had a chat with the knights either, have we? Hello there.
Another doomed soul come to drown their sorrows here, I see. If you came here for a drink, you'll have to talk to Lloyd. He's got a vice grip on the spigots. I'm just here to keep the boys from mutiny.
How's business been?
What business? Without the castle soldiers, the only customers we have are local. And they're all in the militia with no money to spend. The few with any money are here, but it's not enough to justify working. Lloyd's a greasy pig. And if I didn't need this job so badly,
You don't care for Lloyd, I take it?
He gropes me and pays me next to nothing. I suppose it could be worse. Not like I've got many options.
Why don't you leave?
And go where? With no money and no prospects, I just end up somewhere else working for someone worse.
It's a bit pessimistic, isn't it? I see.
What can you do? Girls like me don't get much choice if we don't want to join the Chantry. And it's too late to get married.
What do you know about that elf in the corner?
Not much. He's very quiet. Says his name's Beric and he's here to meet his brother, but I think he's lying. He's a bit creepy.
Shouldn't you be at the Chantry and not, you know, waiting tables?
Later on, yes. Lloyd will lock himself in the cellar, and I'll go to the Chantry. Are you fighting tonight?
Don't be ridiculous! Yes, I am.
That's good to hear. I didn't know that. Keep safe.
Right. Hello there.
Not looking for company.
I hear you're Beric.
What? How did you know that? Well, that's my name. Why?
You seem awfully nervous. Why is that?
No reason. I just didn't know how you knew my name. That's all.
I asked around.
Oh, I guess that, makes sense. Look, just because you're an elf doesn't mean we should be friends. I was just told to... I mean, just leave me alone.
I'm not going anywhere. Stop talking.
About what? Just because you're a Grey Warden doesn't mean you can go around threatening people.
And just how do you know I'm a Grey Warden?
I just, overheard it, that's all. If you'll excuse me, I want to get to the Chantry before the sun goes down.
This will be easier if you just tell me what you're hiding.
But I never... Oh, all right, I'll tell you. Just don't hurt me. This is more than I bargained for. Look, they just paid me to watch the castle and send word if anything should change. But they never said anything about monsters. I haven't even been able to report anything since this started. I'm stuck, same as you, I swear.
Who are they? Yeah, who's they?
A tall fellow. I forget his name. He, said he was working for Hal. Arl Rendon Hal. He's an important man, Terran Logain's right hand. So I didn't do anything wrong.
So you know how this happened? Tell me now.
I don't know anything about these creatures. When the Arl got sick, I got scared that people would think I was involved. But I swear I don't know anything about it. They sent me to watch. Maybe they knew the Arl would get sick. I don't know.
What are you supposed to watch the castle for, exactly?
Just to report any changes, honest. All I could send word about was the Arl getting sick. After that, monsters started coming from the castle.
And how do I know you're telling the truth?
Here, this is a letter from them. It has instructions and everything. Keep it, do whatever you want with it. I just thought I was serving the king and making a bit of coin on the side. You have to believe me.
Yeah, I think you should help defend Redcliffe tonight.
Fitting.
Oh, all right. I'll do it. Thank you for your mercy. I won't forget it.
Sten approves. Doesn't happen very often.
Hello there, friend. Can't say we've ever met before. Stranger to the village, I take it. Haven't had many travelers lately. All this nonsense is bad for business. Bet you regret coming, yes?
Yes, my timing couldn't be worse.
A shame, isn't it? Evil creatures and such. Everyone going to perish before sunrise. Makes you thirsty, doesn't it? So, what'll it be? You are here to drink, I hope.
Who are you, anyway?
Name's Lloyd. We don't get many elves out here. You're a runaway from the city.
A runaway? I couldn't just be a traveller, could I?
No, I suppose you could. Never thought about it, really. Something else I can get for you?
Do not like this man. Answer a few questions.
Fine. Make them quick.
Shouldn't you be able to defend the village?
Why? When them creatures attack, I lock myself in the cellar. Just batten the hatches and wait it out. What's the point in getting myself killed with all the rest of them? If that makes me a coward, then I'm a coward.
Tempting. Yeah, don't like this guy at all. Don't like him one little bit. Either die fighting the militia or die now. It's your choice.
But Van Tegan said we didn't have to. He said... Fine, I'll go.
I approve. All who are able should fight.
But all of this better be here when I get back. I don't want the place drunk out from under me. Blasted bloody...
I hope he gets stabbed. Right. One guaranteed villager death. I figured that might work. I mean, we're not very high level, but I figured that intimidate might work based on the fact that he's like, yeah, no, I'm a coward. I freely admit this. So I'm just like, well, I could just say that I'm going to kill you now, or you can go. In which case, he's incredibly likely to just be like, okay, then fine, I'll go. No, can't do anything upstairs. Magnificently gigantic table, this, isn't it? It is all one table as well. It's not a bunch of them put together. I know there's a thing you can do with that guy where you buy the bar from him, if I recall. I don't remember exactly how you do it, but it's quite amusing when you do. Right, oh, let's go have a chat with the knights. The Knigget's up there. I think you can as the player character, Django, because I remember you can go to him and ask him for the profits every now and again.
Might have been closer to 30. I stopped counting after a while.
What did you do? I mean, 20 days is a long time to sit in one place and do nothing.
On good days, I posed riddles to the passers-by, offering them treasures in exchange for correct answers.
Really?
No.
Ah, too bad. That's got serious potential.
Hello.
Greetings, Grey Warden. I am as relieved as Ban Tegan is to see you here. I must admit, I do not know how to address an elf in your position. I do not wish to be rude.
You can call me Darian. It is my name.
As you wish, and thank you kindly. I am Sir Perth, until recently in direct service of Arl Eamon of Redcliffe. For now, my charge is defending the village from these evil assaults. Would that I had chosen not to seek out the urn of sacred ashes. Perhaps I would have fended off whatever evil befell the castle, or perhaps I would be dead. Ah well, with the Grey Warden aiding our defense, perhaps all is not lost.
Have you considered using the oil in the village store?
No one told me of this. Oil, you say? How much exactly?
Enough to set many monsters aflame, good night.
Assuming that would hurt them. Yes, I see what you have in mind. That might be effective, if used carefully. Yes, excellent idea. I'll send some men to collect the oil. We'll use it to slow these creatures down. Have you anything else to ask me in the meantime?
You know, I've played this game God knows how many times. That is the first time I ever went into the general store, found the lamp oil, and actually told him about it. Every time I play this game, I do find some little new thing. Anyway, is there anything I can do to help?
We have sufficient armor and weapons, but my knights are too few to stand against the monsters without assistance. Perhaps you could approach Mother Hannah in the Chantry for some holy protection against these evil creatures. Otherwise, I do not know what else you could provide beyond your own talents. We're as prepared for the onslaught as we could possibly be, all things considered.
I have some questions for you.
Ask me whatever you wish.
Tell me about what's happened here.
You know about as much as I do. I returned a day before the attacks began, having heard strange rumors about the abandoned castle. I was the only knight to survive the first attack. Since then, I found others returning from the Arlessa's quest. Until we get to the source of this evil, though, I do not think it will stop, and I don't believe we will be enough.
You played through twice and realised you've never played an elf. Really? I think my first character that I could beat the game with was a Dalish elf. It's actually a very good playthrough, with all the DLC as well. I really like a Dalish elf playthrough in this game because, well, there's a whole bunch of reasons, but there's a lot of like narrative elements that tie together really, really well with the origin story for the Dalish elf. Like, because if you I can't really get into it without talking spoilers, so I won't. But I'll see if I can remember to mention it when it does come up eventually. Dwarf Noble. Dwarf Noble's grand. Dwarf Noble is just superb. But and it is probably my favourite of the actual origins, just taken as on their own merit as origins. But I have to admit, I do like the way some of the Dalish origin ties into other stuff, even really, really late into the story. So. Yes, you mentioned something about an urn.
When the Isle fell sick, we were at a loss. Nothing worked to cure him, and he just kept getting worse. Finally, our lesser Isolde came up with a plan. The Urn of Sacred Ashes is a legendary artifact said to hold great healing powers. If found, it might save him.
They say the followers of Andraste smuggled her ashes out of Tevinter and hid them in Ferelden. The urn's never been heard of since.
We knights volunteered to seek it out. Few of us have returned. Many are still out there, unaware of what is happening here.
Just what was the Jarl sick with? Oh, excuse the yawn.
We were never certain. He thirsted for water and then grew weaker and weaker. We brought in a mage, but even that did nothing. The Arlessa believed he was cursed and that we needed the power of Andraste herself, or he would surely perish.
Why did the Arlessa believe anyone could find the urn?
The Jarl once employed a scholar, Brother Genetivi. He had proof the urn was in Ferelden, or so I was told.
And I suppose nobody can find the other knights and bring them back.
Eventually, perhaps. The ones I have here were those near enough to recall within the last few days. I only returned myself because I was passing by Redcliffe and heard the news of strange attacks.
So, the knights left the castle defenceless?
Not at all. A great number of soldiers remained in Castle Redcliffe. I wonder if they perished there and were transformed into these things. The thought chills my blood. As you wish.
What's your status?
We retrieved more oil from the village store. It is ready to use as our first line of defense, as you suggested.
That was quick.
Overall, my fellow knights are nervous about the coming battle. Death is almost certain. But we will fight and die valiantly if that's what the Maker demands.
Anything else you need? No. Yep, that's good. Carry on.
As you wish, Grey Warden. Maker watch over you.
Yes, very. before the massacre begins.
That was weird. What happened to her voice there? It's like she, it's like she had a sock stuck in her mouth. Hello, chaps.
We're glad that you are here helping us. Perhaps you will make a difference.
It is good you elected to help defend the village, but I doubt we will make it through the night.
If only Mother Hannah could help us, it would be good to know the Maker is on our side.
Yes, I'll have a word with Mother Hannah. just casually run in front of the archers. That's a really good idea.
I hear both Murdoch and Sir Perth are ready for nightfall. Excellent news.
Sound processing Dragon Age Origins sees walls where there are none. Yeah, occasionally seems to do that. On the bright side, at least it sees walls. An awful lot of games, at least from this kind of era, did not do that. I don't know why I'm talking to this guy anyway. I just force of habit, I guess. I actually want to talk to you.
What is it you need, child?
With your little MMO, glowing arrow above your head. Sir Perth needs holy protection for the knights.
I have done all I can for them. I pray for them each night and seek the Maker's forgiveness for their sins before they face their deaths. What Sir Perth seeks is something that is not in my power to give.
Can't you just bless them?
I can pray with them and give them my blessing. But Sir Perth wants me to call upon the Maker to shield them from evil.
Well, can't you just tell him the Maker will watch over him? Morale is a powerful thing, you know.
You mean you want me to let them think the Maker protects them in a real sense? I will not lie to them like that.
As much as I respect your commitment to honesty, Mother Hannah, if they think it helps them, though...
I suppose their belief in the Maker's power could inspire them, but it just seems like trickery. Very well. If it keeps them alive, I will do what I must. I have a number of silver-cast holy symbols. Tell Sir Perth that he can have them, and that wearing them will confer the Maker's protection. Now please, let me tend to these poor folk. I must do what I can, and I suggest you do the same.
Yes. I'm almost surprised that Morrigan didn't chip in there a little bit when she said it seems like trickery. Or something along the lines of, you mean all of this chantry business isn't trickery? Hardy ha. But perhaps that was too obvious a joke. This is unfortunately bugged. How so, Django? Giving the amulets doesn't increase the stats because of a bug in the code. Are we sure that's a bug and not working precisely as intended? Because if you ask me, that sounds like it's working precisely as intended.
The Knights of Redcliffe are ready to fight at your disposal.
You said you wanted holy protection.
Have you spoken to the revered mother? Has she offered anything?
Mother Hannah has some holy amulets. Would these do?
If they are the same as the symbols worn by their priests, well, that would more than suffice.
But it's not even magical. Or, you think it would actually help?
Of course I do. These are Maker's symbols. What better protection could we ask for? I will send some men to collect the amulets. Please give my regards to Mother Hannah for seeing some sense at last.
All right, then.
As you wish, Grey Warden. Maker watch over you.
Oh, yes, Alistair has indeed leveled up. Right then, me old mate. What should we upgrade on our... He's got strength 23 at the moment. The rest of his stats are a bit wank. As has been previously discussed, Constitution is not that great a stat. Do we want to upgrade his dex, maybe? Just dexterity is a measure of agility, reflex, and balance. High dexterity improves the character's chances to hit, makes the character more likely to dodge incoming blows, and contributes to the damage dealt by piercing items like daggers or arrows. His cunning stat is accurate. Yeah. I don't know. What do you think, chat? What do you think? Just dump more strength points, or maybe upgrade his dex, or maybe we're secretly be wrong about Constitution and we should actually do it. Split the difference. I mean, we have 3 points to spend. We literally can't. Unless I put 1 into strength and 2 into dex. Kind of waiting for Django to tune in because he knows this game so well, but he's obstinately refusing so far. Alright, hello. Let's have a look then. Requires 14 strength. Well, we're good for talents, so... Is this kind of a game where leveling incorrectly can fudge the whole thing? Do you know what? I don't know for sure, but I do know that every time I've played this in the past on medium, I've always suffered. So... Bugger it. You can have 20 decks. Enjoy. Right. And shield balance, I guess. No longer suffers an attack penalty while using shield defense. Sweet. Job done. Right, where is the man? He's over here.
The repairs are underway surprisingly quickly, considering how drunk Owen is. We may just make it.
I'm ready to make my stand. Let's wait for sundown. Actually, I'd like to talk about Dwin.
Thanks for persuading him to come out here. He's going to be a great help. I just know it.
Good.
There's not much time before sundown.
Yeah, on that note, let's wait.
Are you sure? There's still time left if you need to talk with Sir Perth or do anything else.
Shut up, phone. Yeah, no, we're done, I think. How's morale?
The men's spirits are high for now. Far better than I expected, to be honest. Dwin's presence makes the men a bit more confident. It helps to know a veteran is on our side tonight. Since you convinced Owen to start repairs, we're pretty well armed now. That is a relief, let me tell you. Overall, I'd say the militia's very ready to fight. Never thought I'd say that, but there you go. Is there anything else?
Yeah, let's do this.
Are you sure? There's still time left if you need to talk with Sir Perth or do anything else. Then good luck to you. You'll need it.
Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Fun's about to happen.
They're coming! Get to your positions! Make ready!
Light the traps.
these foul creatures.
Alright, here we go. We've used the lamp oil. Everybody, please do not walk into the flames. Let them walk on through. There we go. Have at him then. God, it's been like 2 weeks since we did any combat, and also it's so friggin' loud. Oh my god. It's louder for me than it will be on the stream for you guys, at least, I think. Well, so far, so goodish. So many guys around that the enemies are actually allowing me to backstab them with impunity. I love it. Alistair, where do you think you're going? Oh, I'm slightly on fire. I just realised I'm not using any of my talents like an absolute pro. We're doing fine though, regardless, honestly. If I'm not using my talents, admittedly, I'm paying more attention to the general situation, so that's okay. Thing is, you do so much damage as a rogue with backstabs anyway. It's not too bad, is it? Really? Right, everybody, make it back over here, please.
The monsters are attacking from the lake. They're attacking the barricades. We need help.
Okay. No, stay here and guard the path.
Come on, we need to hurry.
Let's go, folks. Big brain AI stepped into the fire. I'm surprised we managed to get through that without more people burning to death, actually. Back up there with the flames. As soon as they popped that off, I was just thinking to myself, oh boy. But actually, we managed to escape largely unscathed there. Right, thankfully, because I've set up all those tic-tacs in advance, you guys should be... Wait, what? Hey, idiots, get down here. Where's Morrigan? Goodness sake, get down there. Oh, I set up my tactics, so they should all be doing what they're supposed to, he says as they stand around on the hillside like lemons. I'm gonna switch to you instead, I think. Oh, nicely done, Sten. Nicely done. Bit of a wee pommel strike there. How are we all doing? Oh, look at those health bars. I don't want to curse it or anything, but so far so good, you know. These poor undead didn't stand a chance, did they? Imagine being one of these zombies right now and thinking, like, this isn't going quite how we planned it. Look at Lloyd. Look at him go. Against my better judgment, I think I'm going to help Lloyd. Perhaps he'll come out of the experience a better human being. You never know. Oh, we've lost Morrigan. Whoops. Didn't notice that. Was too busy focusing on micromanaging my own character. It happens. Oh well. Should be fine. Oops. Oh. Okay, I don't actually want to loot the militia, man. I want to attack this. What's this do? Dual striking. Oh yeah, we don't care about that. You know, part of me is amazed that Sten's still up, actually, more than anything else. Killed this little so-and-so, there we go. Alright, let's go after the guy that's attacking Sten. It's probably a good life choice. Alistair, I have a poultice, mate. First one of the fight so far. Sten, you should probably have one as well, mate. One of the big uns. Yeah, you're getting ganged up on now, aren't you?
As you say.
Somebody just leveled up. Morrigan leveled up! Okay, makes sense. Not, but okay. Probably for the best. It's always a bit frustrating when you're playing an RPG and one of your characters goes down during the fight and doesn't benefit from the XP. That's a lot worse. Because that is just not how it works in a pen and paper RPG at all. Not if you have a DM that has any goddamn common sense. Right, we good? Yeah, I used a whole... Oh, Lloyd. Oh, dear. And Murdoch. Oh, Murdoch.
Dawn arrives, and we survive the night. We are
all
victorious.
three of us.
And though this victory came at great cost, we must remember none of us would be here were it not for the heroism of these good folk beside me. I thank you, good sir. Truly the Maker smiled on us when he sent you here in our darkest hour.
We're discussing our rewards soon then. Yes, you're welcome.
Let us bow our heads and give honor to those who gave their lives in defense of Redcliffe.
Murdoch of Redcliffe, Mayor and beloved father, we salute you.
You and so many others who have perished
Lloyd
here,
doesn't get a mention.
walk with he who is your Maker. Long may you know the peace of his love.
With the Maker's favor, the blow we delivered today is enough for me to enter the castle and seek out your Arl. Be wary and watch for signs of renewed attack. We shall return with news as soon as we are able. Now, we've no time to waste. Meet me at the mill. We can talk further there.
Right. Well, they all buggered off quite quickly, didn't they? Morrigan! Let's level you up. Alright. Magic. Cunning. Willpower. I just can cast more spells thanks to a deeper mana pool. Magic. Yeah. Makes spells gooder. More mana's always good. Next. Bear shape. Eh. Arcane bolt. Not bad, not bad. Really though, what we want is this. Hell yes, finally, we've given Morrigan heal. Time to visit the tic-tac screen. Right. Could do with a couple more slots here, really, but never mind. Right, enemy targeting main character, Winter's Grasp. Self surrounded by at least 2 enemies, Mind Blast. Self being attacked by melee attack, Horror. I think we can probably ditch this. Ally, Health. Less than 50%? Heal. There we go. Right. Ah, Bantiga's not actually here, is he? Oh, a book! Wow. Sten found that to be a very, very, very enlightening tome, apparently. Right. Sten. Have some decks. Bravery. It's unwavering courage, grants bonuses to damage, physical resistance, and mental resistance, as well as a bonus to critical chance. It's a passive, so it's nice I don't have to think about it. Two-handed stunning blows. Each attack offers a chance to stun the opponent. Also nice. Shattering blows. Golem's another contract. We don't have to worry about that for a while. Two-handed strength. There's lots of nice options here, actually. I think I'm just going to go with Bravery, maybe? I don't know if that's the right choice. The passive buffs might be really rubbish. But again, this is like, it offers a chance to stun the opponent. Doesn't say what the chance is, though. It could be like a 2% chance to stun them. In which case, that's also rubbish. So, this one looks good, though. Reducing penalties for attack and defense for powerful swings. Although I don't know if he's actually using powerful swings right now. I'm gonna go with Bravery. That's the surest bet, I feel like. That'll give us some immediate benefits, you know.
There are many gone who we must honor. But we must also remember those who...
Did I just wander off halfway through a little speech? That's a bit rude, innit? Chantry's cross-shaped, I've noticed that just now. But you ain't Christians, are you? Your Chantry should be wheel-shaped, because, like, that's what all your holy symbols are. It's a shame the numbers aren't disclosed in-game. You know what? I'm not much of a min-maxer myself, but it does irritate me when they do that, yeah. I do like to know what I'm actually paying for with my skill points, you know? Never been around here before. I didn't even know you could get to this bit. Oh, that's a delightful pile of burning corpses. Oh, God. Death root.
Well.
Actually, you know what? I've not done herbalism in ages. Probably a bunch of, yeah... whole load of poultices and stuff we can make. Yep. There we go. I don't know if poisons even work on the undead in this game, but might have been a good idea to remember that. Poor Murdoch might have lived! No, he probably wouldn't have. Oh, I just noticed the carved fishies on the bottom of the... That's kind of neat. Oh, it's a freaking Mage's Collective side quest, dude.
Yes.
Just hanging out here on the docks. Someone's lost the canoe. Maybe that's why he's standing there. He needs his canoe back, but he can't swim. He's too embarrassed to admit it.
The dead rise, and foul magic spreads across the land.
We've got chances board here and all. Just didn't even notice this either. Caravan down. Unfortunate news has arrived that Darkspawn have extended their incursion into areas previously thought safe for travel. A runner from a border caravan brings word that they unknowingly passed into infested territory. We're being tracked by several unseen. Do you know what? I'm going to leave all these for now because we don't care about this right now. What we care about is getting into the castle and doing all those shenanigans. I will try my best to remember, and I will hope chat reminds me if I don't, to go visit the Chanter's board after we're done with Redcliffe. That way I'll remember it. What quests I've actually taken. Right. In fact, I tell you what, I think this is a good place as any to stop. It's 9 o'clock now, just gone past, so I think we'll call it here, ladies and gentlemen. As we're about to have a chat with Bantegan about what must be done next about the castle and the infestation of horrible monsters in it. We will be doing that next time. So, thanks very much, everybody. Hope you've enjoyed. Hope you've had fun. If those of you who've been watching on YouTube, I apologize for all the extremely random chat-inspired tangents today, but I hope you've enjoyed this episode regardless. We'll be back again next week, next Sunday, with more of Darian the Grey Warden's adventures. And, yeah. That's it until then, I'm afraid. Back on Saturday again with more Enclave as well, for those of you who care about that. I've really been enjoying playing that old hack and slash again. It's been good fun. It's a much more casual, laid-back, silly, fun experience compared to Dragon Age, and it's nice to have that going alongside it, really. So, I'll see you guys again for that, and I will, hopefully today. Today or possibly tomorrow. I'll try for this evening. I'll get another Sims episode uploaded as well. Another episode of The Sims, episode 2. I want to get that up every Sunday is what I've planned for. So, cheers for this. Thanks very much for tuning in. I don't know if there's anyone to raid. It's a bit late, isn't it? Apparently not late enough, though, because Variax is once again streaming some more Thief 2, which is a game that I hold extremely dear to my heart. I adore Thief 2, The Metal Age, so I highly recommend you go watch Variax play that. And in fact, that's what I will be doing after the stream while I, get the Sims episode rendered, I think. So, let's do the old start raid. And there we go. Right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's been a pleasure. Thanks very much. Catch you next time. Doodaloo.